Oh, alright, what is happening, people? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a behind the scenes of my 100k special, so if you haven't already seen that, go over one previous video and watch that first. I promise you won't be disappointed. Now, when making this project, I actually had another camera shooting behind the scenes, and I'm just here to fill in the gaps and explain what exactly is going on. I'm going to explain how the idea came about and how I made it happen, also how I came up with the idea of these hoodies. If you would like to buy one of these hoodies, then check the link in the description, everything is there. So I'm going to throw you guys a few months back when this project was first starting. So I've just written up a rough idea of how I want the video to look. This is the rough idea. Obviously this is just the beginning, the initial layout is going to be developed. One huge inspiration for me for the bike scene I had in my video was the Hobbs and Shaw movie. Just look at some of these shots they use, they are ridiculous, they look so sick. If you guys want to see something funny, go down into the comments. There is one comment here, this guy, he's given like a timestamp. So at 7 seconds and 2 minutes 58 into the scene. So 7 seconds into it, you got this shot right here of him looking into his wing mirror, right? So if I forward it all the way to, what was the second one? 2:58, you got exact same shot. That definitely goes over some people's heads. Now the beginning bike scene is very complex, it's going to be very technical, so I think what I need to do is create a storyboard. If you don't know what a storyboard is, so this is a storyboard I created for an old video. I don't know if you will know which video, but that kind of gives it away. So basically you got like a bunch of shots you want to create, you number them. Yes, my drawing isn't amazing, but you just need it enough to tell you what kind of shots you want to get so you don't forget. So that was number 3, this is number 3, sorry. Close-up tracking shots of footsteps, I don't know. I'll probably put it up in the corner so you can see like how it connects with the actual shot I ended up with. This is a close-up of me picking up the phone, blah 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 blah, and so on and so on. So I need to create a storyboard for the bike scene that I'm going to create. Before I even start filming, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to order another hard drive, because this whole project I'm going to end up with so many files, and to avoid confusion, I think I'm just going to buy another hard drive, and that is going to be the start. Then we'll start filming from there. Okay, so the next step, I need to get a bit of bike maintenance done before I can actually go out and shoot on the bike. I've got a lovely fresh tire over here. I need to get that put on the bike, and I need to change the brake pads for the bike. So the whole 100k idea, I had literally, until I was like on like 95k, I had no idea what I was going to do for 100k. Then I think one night at my desk, I was just thinking, and then I came up with the idea, why don't I make the intro sequence with this bike? So that is exactly what I did. Now filming wise, the most typical way to film like biking is like literally this angle right here. And I didn't want to do that. I thought, what would be like a nice creative way to film me riding around London? And so I looked at like so many videos and stuff, and I came across like 360 video, and that is when I bought the 360 camera. This bike does attract a lot of attention. I've had it for 1 year now, and I've made quite a few friends out of it actually.
Hello. Hey, what's happening? It's electric, yeah?
Yeah, electric, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
good.
It looks
How long
good,
does it? How long does the electric last?
50 miles. 50
miles.
50,
oh, that's
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right.
Have a good day.
Good one.
So earlier today I made a shot list and a list of locations I wanted to shoot, because tonight I think I'm going to shoot the initial bike scene, and it's always good to have a plan. So yeah, that day I said I was going to shoot, it just completely didn't happen. That night it just rained so hard. Right now I'm in a place called Elephant and Castle. I'm waiting for a friend and I've come out here to get a single shot. London weather has just been awful. Literally last weekend there was a storm. This weekend there's a storm, so I'm sandwiched in between storms and I can't film anything, so I can't even get the ball rolling on this project. So literally in a couple hours it's going to start raining again, so I'm hoping I can get this single shot done. If I can get multiple shots, then that's a bonus, but this single shot I've come here to complete. Got the hoodie here. Bam bam bam. Time to get the gimbal set up. Gotta wait for it to get a little bit darker and then we're gonna shoot. Hopefully the rain kind of settles and it doesn't get any heavier. Alright, hold on. You won't really need to put on sport mode for this. I'm just gonna get you slowed down basically. I'm gonna get the camera set up so you can ride it like here and there for a little bit, get used to it. Why is he so hard to control? Just go slow, yeah, go slow. You don't have to go fast. Alright, go. Don't look at the camera, look straight. Do it again, do it again, do it again. Come, literally slowly head straight, yeah? Slowly. But get in the middle of the thing. Alright, he knows what he's doing. He's done his shoulder checks. I'll give him that. Turn around, yeah, yeah. Why is he going all the way down there to turn around then? Perfect, yeah, go. Slow. Just go straight. Just ride straight. Just ride straight. Yep. Don't look at me. Just accelerate and then hit the front brake. When you hit the front brake, the front suspension will go down, yeah? Once again. What? Go. Yep. Wait. Yep. Nah, you took too long to... Once again, once again. That's a wrap. Finally got it done. How many hours was that?
Oh, like 2.
2 hours for a single shot. It's crazy. Nice one, man. How do you feel?
Pretty sick.
Pretty sick, yeah.
Bike.
Now, shooting a bike scene or like a chase scene or any kind of vehicle is so hard. It's easily one of the hardest things I filmed, and as you can see from the video straight away, it's not a one-man job. So I want to thank everyone who helped me make this happen, and pretty much I didn't want it to turn out like an amateur bike thingy, so I wanted to get like some unique angles. So one of the questions that popped up when you first watch it is, how is the camera just floating at the back of the tyre? That was thanks to a 360 camera I bought for this project. I mounted it to the back of the bike. It looked so weird, but the shot was definitely worth it. Sorry?
Did it fall off?
What?
Bit you put on the end?
Oh no, it's just a camera.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh well. See where you've been on the way you're going.
Yeah. So I was pretty confident with this camera and the way it was attached on my bike, because every time I'd go over a hump, it would hold and it wouldn't really fall off. So that night I planned to film at Tower Bridge, and if you didn't know, Tower Bridge is the bridge in London which opens for boats to pass underneath. So where the point attaches is not like a hump, it's like a pothole. So if you go over it, there's like a jump. So you can imagine I've got this camera sticking out of my bike and I'm going over this hump. So every time I'd go past and I'd go over a hump or a pothole, I'd look back to see if my camera is there, and luckily it was there, it was holding. I'm pretty sure when I was about 3/4 of the way through the bridge, I didn't look back for like quite a while, and I went over quite a few humps. I was convinced that that camera was gone. I felt so much relief when I got to the end of the bridge and I looked back and the camera was still there. Along with that, I had like many other bike mounts that I had on my bike. Some of them didn't work, so I had to take them off, but I just wanted to try as many as possible and see like the options I had. Another day of shooting, currently in central London in the financial district, and it's a bit windy, but thankfully it's not raining. It's the only day that was completely dry, so I thought let me just completely take advantage of it. So we're out here at night, so I think we found a location right here to shoot the initial scene. Hopefully do it quickly before security arrive. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Go. Oh no, I didn't get that properly. 3, 2, 1, go. I need you to flick your leg a bit higher. When it came to shooting the bike clips, I ended up with so much footage, and a lot of it was actually so nice. But I remember one time, like long ago, someone told me less is more. What that means is basically you can end up with so much golden footage, but sometimes it's better to use less of it than like just completely jam-pack everything with so much good footage that doesn't really connect, if you know what I mean. Now, when it came to the bridge scene, that was so hard to shoot. Although it looks like a few seconds in the video, this is what happened behind the scenes. We're gonna be about this space apart.
Alright. Is first shot just normal?
Yeah, pretty much just normal. You could do whatever, I'll kind of adjust to it.
Alright. Right, so in terms of framework,
yeah,
there's lines in the middle on the bridge.
Yeah.
So you want me to be on the left side, just on the left.
Yeah, like really on the left. Or actually, so we should switch it up a bit now, because I can kind of use that shot that you just saw.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you come on the right of me, that'd be breaking the 180-degree rule, though, wouldn't it?
So when you're shooting that happens a lot.
Yeah,
You
true.
always cross.
Yeah. But then you need to show the transition.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you need to show
come
it.
in
It's
It's gonna
front
look awkward if you
Yeah.
just switch,
Yeah.
cut it into
So show it, like show you coming across from the front or coming across.
Yeah.
The back will be mad. So you, we're on this side and he comes across.
of. Yeah, you're on my left, and then you speed up, come in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it really came out really good.
I hope this that coming back on the bridge.
At times it was quite funny. At times the camera was facing the tyre. But I think some shots were actually like.
Because obviously I can barely look back, so I'm trying to underestimate. Alright, what do we get here?
Yeah, that. Oh! See, I told you.
That is the one.
I know that was.
That was the one.
That's sweet. That was sweet. That was the first take as well. Fam, and there's me thinking my arms not even moving. Like,
That is it.
that was
That
sweet.
was smooth.
Money shot.
Yeah.
Another one. I think we did.
Yeah, the camera's facing sideways. It looks so dope.
That's nice as well.
I could still use that
Yeah.
to speed it up. It took us around 5 or 6 actual runs on the bridge going across. I think twice we did it with the big camera, twice we did it with the 360 camera, and then also a couple of times with the drone. My cameraman did not even have gloves. That was the worst. That night we were shooting, it was so cold and his hands were just out there. He had to hold the camera as well, so he'd end up with like super cold hands and he'd had to use the motorbike to warm them up. Massive props to my cameraman. It's so insane the footage he got. I don't think he's used a 360 camera before, and he came out with some of the best footage I could have expected.
I don't know.
If you get the shot on the way back, we can do that shot again or different shots. Like, you can just play around with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's one other thing. I've never seen it done before, but I just thought of it. So if I'm like, say I'm riding, and you get like a close-up of me kind of like revving it in a way.
Yeah.
So if I rev it, then quickly like pan down to the chain. That way
Yeah.
I can make some nice transition. So if I rev it, it's going to do like some quick transition, and then I'm going to get like a macro shot of the chain moving.
Oh my days, you're doing the verse. I see it there. I see it.
Do you kind of get the
I
image?
got you, I got
It's
you.
going to be like, I don't know, I just thought
I know.
of it
No,
once.
I can. Yeah, I can see.
If we can make this happen, this
Yeah.
will be next level.
It'll be sick.
Which shot is this one? Oh, the chain one, right?
Oh
You
yeah,
wanna do
yeah.
the first one again?
Wait, what side? You're on the left side still.
I'm on the left side again.
You want to do the chain one or the same one as the first one?
The revving one.
Revving, yeah.
Yeah.
My control on my left hand is not as good as the right, but yeah, it's calm.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's calm. So.
You think you can like slowly pan it down to the chain?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we just go down the bridge, shoot, and then do a U-turn and come back to the spot that the car was parked, and then we'd look over the footage and see what we got. If we were missing something, we would have went back for another run. So after hours of shooting, the only things left to do was to get a drone shot of me going across the bridge, and 2 was the macro shot with the chain zoom in effect. So we walked over to the bridge with the bike, and the worst thing happened. So you can get the chain in it, and then you can also get like some of the bridge.
Oh.
Amazing.
Yo.
Amazing.
Yo. What's the time? past. 4 minutes past.
We still needed those shots, so a few days later we made our return. So I've just come out here and literally it's been raining so hard. Like, I don't know if you can see it, the floor's wet, everything. Luckily, the rain has stopped right now. We don't know for how long, so we're gonna make use of it. The bridge is just around the corner. I'm gonna hate myself after this. I'll be shivering.
I'm shivering now already. It's
Is it?
cold. It's not even that cold, it's just...
When you're riding the bike, it's a different story though. You see, so I'm gonna go across the bridge. It'll probably only take like one try. You'll get the first try, and then as I'm coming back, can you? I'm gonna turn into this street. Can you like?
This one here.
Yeah. I'm gonna get. Can you get like a bird's eye of me, but not of the bridge, just of this road, if that makes sense.
We're just turning into it.
Turning into it. I'm gonna do it pretty slowly as well.
Alright. Oh great, love it. Even then, it doesn't even go straight up. But...
It's the wind, isn't it? I'm probably gonna kind of speed it, but like if you get like the first part of the bridge, you don't even have to get the whole bridge in it.
Yeah.
Just so it shows that me going onto a bridge, pretty much. Are you ready?
Nope.
I'm going 3, 2, 1, go. One, 2, 3. Now the most difficult part, I think, of this entire project was riding in this single hoodie 50 miles per hour across a bridge, and it was so cold. I've just recovered from a flu, and I'm pretty sure the reason for the flu was because of this video. When it came to development, I basically keep a notepad for pretty much all my big projects. I keep a notepad at my desk, and whenever I get an idea in my head, I just write down literally everything. Like, it could be the most dumbest thing ever, but I just write it down, and then later on, maybe if I like the idea, I develop it even more. But that is basically how I get my ideas, and the way the ideas just come to me, it will be so spontaneous. Like, I'd be editing at night at like 3 AM, and suddenly I'd get an idea, so I'd immediately write it down, and the next morning I'd just be like, wow, where did that idea come from? Now, creating this, I wanted to do something special for 100k, so I made these hoodies. Coming up with this design was not easy at all. I knew I wanted to use a llama, so I drew up a few pictures and stuff. Now, before you look at it, I just want to say I'm not the best at drawing. I just needed a rough idea of the design. So after drawing up the design and having a fairly cool logo, I wanted to I didn't know what to write with it. So I remember a few days before I had a comment under my YouTube video saying something about a carefree attitude. I like the whole carefree idea, so I used it and it fits perfectly with the design. But I wanted more than just a little logo at the front, so I made the carefree going down the side and the other side, as well as my name as well. So it did take up a lot of thinking and designing, but I'm so happy with it. So if you'd like to buy one, hit the link in the description. Simply go over to the shopping website, pick your size, and I was very considerate about the price, so you've got nothing to worry about. Go and get one. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a fat like, subscribe if this is the first time you're seeing my face on your screen. I've got a super interesting video coming out next week that you do not want to miss, so hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications to ensure you do not miss an upload. I'll see you guys next week. Go, go, go! My hands are getting so cold. Woo! Yes!
I walk with the racks on me.